Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga, Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sa rabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga harlangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararong pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi nakagamot ang totoong progreso. Pugnan ta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar sa paggamit.
Roll call, Honorable Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer present, Honorable Elmer Baldimoro, City Councilor not yet around, Honorable Jesse Albios present, Honorable Hilgi Rosales present, Honorable Vito Borja II on leave, Honorable Hilda Gay Launal Gomez not yet around, Honorable Milvin Ramon Buenape present, Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jokno present, Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza present, Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig absent, Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio present, Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor present, Honorable Jepson B. Romeo V. Felix present, Honorable Ermel Baldimoro present. Sir, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
May I also acknowledge the City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretary to please call the roll.
Calling the roll of the 2026 City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod. City Youth Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer Dan Christian Brohan Ragay present. City Youth Councilor Honorable Lawrence Chato Bermundo present. City Youth Councilor Honorable Francis Ray Alvarez present. City Youth Councilor Shane Olan F. Gonzalez not around. City Youth Councilor Ira Denise El Calleja present. City Youth Councilor Kishi Gabriel D. Regalado present. City Youth Councilor Michael Jenry Bolocon present. City Youth Councilor Christine Rose S. Ebron present. City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel J. Reyes present. City Youth Councilor Precious Chloe P. De Quiros present. City Youth Councilor Luisiana Catrice G. Tibate present. City Youth Councilor Ariel Madera Capos present. City Youth Councilor Iliad Kishi Nicole D. Chavez present. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
The chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Next item, please.
Next is the prayer. Please all rise for the prayer and the pambansang awit.
Sa ngalan kang Ama, asin aking asin Espiritu Santo, ang namumuta na kagurangnan sa pag-atid-atid niya mo sa urulay ngunyan. Tawan mo kami ning kadunongan na mabiyo sa mga urok. Tawan kami ning puso na mabisay na maisikpal sa mga marao. Tawan kami ning patanid na masilag sa mga maarabot. Tawan kami ning bagsik asin kusog na masaligsig sa katoohan asin karahayan. Tawan kami ning pagtayod na mapasabot ang kagapsan. Asin sa kahuri-huri kagurangnan niya mo, gibuha kaming maninigong uripon kang syunad na ini. Naudok niya mong namumutan, tinitingkalag asin ginagalang. Ang syudad ng Naga, puso ng Bicol, awat pa. Father Santos.
Ikapasisipin sa lahat upturned faces, hold the magic of your love. Pour upon our upturned faces, hold the magic of your love.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I had a hard time deciphering the meanings of the Bicol lines of our prayer. I think, Councilor Nathan Serio, we have to study that style of Bicol.
We make it buwi nun.
Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the privilege time.
Any member of the regular Sangguniang who wishes to deliver a privileged speech? Yes, City Councilor Jude Jokno.
Honorable Presiding Officer, distinguished members of this august body, ladies and gentlemen, maray na aga po sa inyo. I rise today on a matter of personal and collective privilege to call attention to the growing dangers faced by our delivery riders and app-based taxi drivers, workers who have become indispensable to our daily lives. In recent days, the nation has mourned the tragic deaths of app-based riders who simply went to work to provide for their families. One incident involved a Move It motorcycle taxi rider who was allegedly stabbed to death by his passenger in Caloocan after completing a trip. Another incident in Cavite likewise highlighted the alarming risk that riders faced while performing their duties. These heartbreaking events remind us that every ride they accept could expose them to violence, robbery, or even death. These riders leave their homes each day with one purpose: to earn an honest living. They brave heavy traffic, harsh weather conditions, and long working hours only to face threats that no worker should ever have to endure. Behind every helmet is a parent striving to feed a family, a son or daughter pursuing a better future, or an individual whose livelihood depends entirely on completing one ride after another. As policymakers, we cannot remain silent on these incidents to continue to occur. Public safety is not limited to those who receive services. It must also extend to those who provide them. Delivery riders and app-based taxi drivers deserve to work with dignity, confidence, and assurance that their safety is protected. It is in this spirit that I respectfully propose an ordinance entitled An Ordinance Providing Measures for the Safety and Protection of Delivery Riders and Taxi Drivers in App-Based Platforms in the City of Naga. This proposed ordinance seeks to establish practical and proactive measures that will strengthen the safety and welfare of riders and drivers operating in our city. Among its objectives are strengthening coordination between app-based transport companies, the Philippine National Police, and the city government during emergency situations, encouraging the use of enhanced safety measures, features such as emergency SOS buttons, real-time GPS tracking, trip monitoring, and verified passenger identification. Establishing clear protocols for the immediate reporting and investigation of crimes committed against riders and drivers. Conducting safety awareness and self-protection seminars in partnership with relevant government agencies and platform operators. This proposed measure does not merely respond to recent tragedies. Rather, it is a preventive measure. It is a preventive approach aimed to ensuring that what happened in Caloocan and Cavite will never happen to the hard-working riders and drivers serving the people of Naga City. Our responsibility as legislators is not only to enact laws, but also to anticipate risk and protect those who continue significantly to our community. By adopting stronger safeguards today, we affirm that every worker's life is valuable and that no one should have to risk death simply to earn a living. Let this unfortunate incident serve as wake-up call. Let us transform grief into meaningful action. Let us ensure that every rider who begins a day's work has the opportunity to return home safely to their loved ones. With this, I respectfully seek the support of my esteemed colleagues in giving favorable consideration to this proposed ordinance for the benefit of our delivery riders, app-based taxi drivers, and the people of Naga City. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Juchok. No, any other privileged speech from the regular members of the council? Yes, City Councilor Omar Buenafe.
Our presiding officer, Vice Mayor Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang and our CYO counterparts, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I rise today on the issue of peace and order and public safety. Kang nakaaging Sabado, may nadiskubre na sarong makangirhat na krimen na nangyari dyan sa may area sa subdivision sa barangay Pakol, digdi sa Satuyang Siyudad kang Naga. Ini pong krimen na niyo, magabat na maray, taang biktima digdi sarong teacher sa Ateneo de Naga, sarong bistadong eskwelahan digdi sa Satuyang Siyudad. And ang teacher na niyo nagtutugdo sa primary school digdi sa eskwelahan ni sa ngaran na Lisel Permali. Ang sa iya pong harong hinabunan, siya may indication na nirawrawan ang sayang pagkababae asin ginadan. Iniyo pong mga araw kaning krimen, lalo na tam biktima, sarong teacher, sarong mayong kalaban-laban na babaeng solo sarong mayong lugar para digdi sa tuyang siyudad, ang maugmang lugar kang Naga City. Kaya po, pinapasalamatan taman ang mga naging aksyon kan sa tuyang kapulisan sa mabilis man na pag-aksyon pagkatapos na ma-receive ang mga impormasyon. And pinapasalamatan ta ang mga taong nagtarabang para ma-solve iniyong kasong iniyo. Si mga taga-duman na nag-provide ng informasyon, nag-provide kang mga CCTV footage o IP camera footages na sarong dakulang tabang sa satuyang mga investigador na dahil nagpabaya, nag-follow up tulos, and nagresulta ini sa pagkasikop kang suspect digdiyo sa makangirhat na krimen. Ini yung pangyayari ini, hina-highlight na naman ang kahalagahan kang sa tuyang pagbugtak ng mga IP cameras digdiyo sa tuyang mga barangay, lalo na duman sa mga crime-prone areas, duman sa mga disaster-prone areas na iniyo dakulang tabang, bako lang sa pagsulbar ng mga krimen, kundi sa pag-ibitar kang mga krimen ni. Nakakatao ng tabang sa pag-preempt. Dahil natatawan man ning pagduwa-duwa ini yung mga nag-iisip na mag-ibo ng krimen dahil ligdiyo sa mga CCTV cameras ta. Incidentally, igwa na po kitang naipasar dati na ordinansa na nagre-require sa satuyang mga kabarangayan and sa city government kang Siyudad ng Naga na magbugtak kaning mga IP cameras o CCTV cameras. And ang titulo po kaniyon sa tuyang ordinansang ini, ang Naga City Safety and Resiliency Internet Protocol or IP Cameras Ordinance. Ngunyan pong panahon na ni, nagpipreparar na naman kita para sa paabuton na dakulang okasyon di Siyudad ng Naga, ang Peña Francia Festival. So ini pong insidente ini, saro man sa reminder sa tuya na pag may mga darakulang okasyon, data pagbabayaan na sa tuyang mga propiedad na basta-basta, ang sa tuyang mga kaibanan sa harong, lalo na itong mga nagsusulong aki o itong mga vulnerable elements kan sa tuyang society, dapat secure man permi. So, mag-ingat po kita permi. And with this, you would like to express our gratitude and commendation to the elements of Naga City Police Office kung saan nagtarabang na masulbad tulos at sin madakop ang suspitsadong nagibok ang krimen the day after na iniyo madiskubre. So, sa panginginot po, ang satuyang City Director, Police Colonel Rizalde Caballero, ang sayang Station Commander sa Station 4, or Chief of Police, Police Captain Arnel Asanya, and ang mga investigators na na-mention man nga ni kan satuyang Alkalde, sila Police Staff Sergeant Raymond Ayan Henyo, asin Police Chief Master Sergeant Purina Aquino. So again, iniinggan nyo ta ang sa tuyang mga pag-iriba na anduyugan kita sa pagtao ng pasasalamat asin congratulations sa tuyang mga tagabantay at sa tuyang pasi orden sa Naga City. Salamat po.
Thank you, City Councilor General Omar Buenafe. You have this ordinance. City Councilor Omar Buenafe. You have this ordinance regarding the installation of IT and CCTV cameras.
Yes, Mr. Chair, this
Why
was...
don't you coordinate with the executive branch in order to facilitate the immediate installation of such apps and such lighting facilities in all of the 27 barangays of the city of Naga?
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you very much for that. Actually, this was enacted on November 11, 2025, and the good Vice Mayor is also a signatory to this.
Yes.
Ordinance.
So I am requesting you to follow this up because
Yeah.
I believe nothing has happened yet regarding this particular ordinance. Although in the scene of crime, there are CCTVs right there at the Barangay Pacol, but I do believe that there is a need to immediately implement this ordinance. Okay? Thank you very much, City Councilor General Omar Buenafe. Another privileged speech from City
Thank you, sir.
Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, the ever reliable presiding officer, Vice Mayor Gabriel Bordado Jr., the City Youth Vice Mayor, the Honorable Dan Christian Ragay, my esteemed colleagues, my dear City Youth officials, fellow employees in the city government, friends in media, esteemed guests, those watching by live stream, mga kapwa ko nagpapadangat sa mga person with disability, asin sa mga kaakian, mga namumutan kong nagenyo, Diyos maray na aga po sa Indugabos. In observance of the Persons with Disability Month this July and the 48th National Disability Rights Week, we guided by this year's powerful theme, Rights First, Legislation Forward, Strategic Action for Equal Participation and Inclusive Development. This theme reminds us that the foundation of good governance is not simply the enactment of laws, but the clear recognition that rights must come first and legislation must follow as a concrete expression of those rights. It calls on us to move deliberately, strategically, and compassionately to ensure that no one is excluded from development, especially those who are most in need of support. Thus today, I rise to sponsor an ordinance together with my City Youth Councilor counterpart, the former Naga City Children Federation President, the Honorable Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, and my kabarangay, the lady from Concepcion Grande, City Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calieja, that embodies this principle, the strengthening of therapy assistance for indigent children with disabilities in the city of Naga. We know that therapy is not a luxury, it is a necessity. For children with disabilities, occupational, speech, behavioral, physical, and development therapies are vital interventions that shape their ability to communicate, move, learn, and engage with the world around them. Each session represents a step toward greater independence and participation in society. Ang kada session ng therapy, sarong lakdang pasiring sa paglaom. Yet, for many indigent families, these essential services remain financially out of reach. As costs continue to rise, what should be a consistent and structured pathway to development becomes interrupted, delayed, or in some cases, completely inaccessible. This is precisely the gap that this ordinance seeks to address by increasing the annual therapy assistance from 5,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos per qualified beneficiary. We are not simply adjusting financial support, we are making a strategic investment in inclusion. We are ensuring that rights are not only acknowledged in policy, but enabled through practical, sustained intervention. This measure affirms that equal participation begins with equal access to opportunity. It recognizes that inclusive development is not achieved through intention alone, but through deliberate and responsive action. It is anchored on Republic Act No. 7277 or the Magna Carta for Persons with Disabilities, as well as on Ordinance No. 2020-072, otherwise known as the Person with Disability Code of Naga City, which both uphold the right of persons with disabilities to rehabilitation, development, and full participation in society. More importantly, it reflects the city governments of Naga's continuing commitment to translate these rights into lived reality. To the parents who endure daily challenges to bring their children to therapy sessions, this ordinance is a recognition of your perseverance and sacrifice. To the professionals who dedicate their expertise to every milestone achieved, no matter how small, this is an affirmation of our invaluable contribution to human development. And to the children whose strength often exceeds what we can easily see,
This is a declaration that your city stands with you, believes in your potential, and is committed to your growth. Dahil mi kamo hihilingon base sa indong limitasyon, kamo ang samuyang inspirasyon para mangiturugan ning sarong inklusibong syudad as nasyon. As we celebrate PWD Month 2026 and the 48th National Disability Rights Week, may this ordinance serve as more than a policy measure. May it stand as a concrete expression of our shared belief that rights must come first and legislation must move forward to make those rights real. Wherein every child who is given access to therapy, we are not only restoring function, we are restoring hope, dignity, and the possibility of a fuller life. In every act of legislation that remove barriers, we move one step closer to a city where inclusion is not aspirational but actual and lived. In this spirit, I respectfully seek the support of my colleagues in this august body for the passage of this ordinance and humbly ask to the chairman of the Committee on Rules that this proposed ordinance be included in today's agenda. May we continue to move forward with urgency, compassion, and conviction, crafting and enacting key legislation that advance inclusive development and ensure that no child with disability is left behind in the promise of progress. Diyos mabalos po. Happy PWD Month celebration.
Thank you, City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, the top City Councilor of Naga. Any other privileged speech from the regular members of the council? Yes, City Councilor Jepson Felix, the President of the SK Federation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Honorable Vice Mayor, esteemed colleagues in the 15th Sangguniang Panlungsod, our city youth officials, and to all our beloved Naqueños, a warm and youthful greetings to everyone. As the next barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections draw near, another generation of young leaders is preparing to step forward. But before they even begin, many of them are already asking me this very question. Do I truly have a fair chance to serve? Or does public leadership already belong to those with money, machinery, connections, and powerful backers? Dear colleagues, I know that question very well because not too long ago, I too had to answer that for myself. And for the case of Naga City, if we truly want leaders who are matino at mahusay, those type of people must first be given a fair chance to rise. When I offered myself to run for SK Federation President, I already had a solid track record with me. Yet, despite what I had proven, my candidacy from the barangay up to the city level, and even my work in the earlier phases here in the Sangguniang Panlungsod, were still highly politicized. My independence was treated as defiance, and I was judged less by my record than by whose side people believe I was on. Doon ko nakita ang masakit na katotohanan. Hindi palaging nananalo ang pinakahanda kapag ang kakayahan ay kailangang makipaglaban sa makinarya. But across the country, too many SK Federation and Liga elections happen away from public view. Blocks form before platforms are heard. Political pressure is applied. Support becomes tied to favors. Even people who do not vote may try to control those who do. At dahil matagal na itong nangyayari, tinatawag na lamang natin itong normal. But I refuse to normalize it. I will not call manipulation a political skill. I will not call blind obedience as loyalty. And I will not call an election fair simply because its unfairness happens quietly. This kind of politics silences the capable, rewards the unprepared, and teaches the entitled that machinery can replace merit. Kapag sa unang halalan pa lamang, natutuhan na nila na ang pabor at koneksyon ang daan sa kapangyarihan, dadalhin nila iyon sa opisina. What begins as a shortcut to power becomes a habit in power. What begins as a way to win becomes a way to govern. Their first steps in public service must never become an initiation to corruption. Once corruption becomes their first lesson, they may spend their term repaying favors, seeking new ones, and demanding the same obedience from others. Silence protects broken systems. And now that I am here, I must choose. Will I simply be grateful because I survived that system? Or will I make the road fairer for those who will come next? Hindi sapat na nakaligtas ako sa ganitong sistema. Kailangan kong baguhin ang sistemang muntik nang pumigil sa akin mapunta dito. And that is why I am introducing and proposing to institutionalize through an ordinance the Harampangan sa Naga, the People's Forum. It will give aspirants for Liga ng mga Barangay President and SK Federation President a fair platform to debate, present their plans, answer governance questions, and commit to accountability. While it will neither endorse nor rank anyone, nor interfere with the lawful election, but it will bring the quality of their leadership into light. Chosen by a few, these positions affect every barangay. When the capable are silenced and the unprepared take office, the people pay the price. Incompetence in public service is not a private failure. It is a public burden. And some people may find this reform as something uncomfortable, but that's actually good. Reform should disturb those who have grown comfortable with unfairness. But above all, this measure is about hope. What if another capable young person is already serving quietly, but never receives a fair chance because connections still outweigh merit? Baka hindi sila kulang sa galing. Baka ang kulang ay isang patas na pagkakataon. Perhaps exceptional young leaders are not rare. Perhaps fair opportunities are. And this ordinance is not a revenge for what I have experienced, but it is a responsibility that I see because I have experienced it myself. Let Naga City show the country that leadership need not be inherited, purchased, controlled, or owed. Let the matino at mahusay be seen, heard, tested, and chosen. The next young leader should not need money, machinery, a powerful padrino, or a miracle. They only need a fair chance to serve. Thank you very much.
Thank you, City Councilor Jepson Felix. I do consider you as one of the top SK leaders, not only of Naga City, but of the entire country, based on your legislative performance. Congratulations. Any other privileged speech from the regular members of the council? Okay, so it's your turn. City Youth Vice Mayor Dan Ragay.
Thank you, Honorable Gabriel Borrado, our City Vice Mayor. Anyone from the City Youth Councilors who would like to avail the privileged time and deliver their speech? Yes, City Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calleja.
Honorable Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., our City Youth Vice Mayor, Honorable Dan Christian B. Ragay, distinguished members of the Sangguniang, fellow City Youth Councilors, ladies and gentlemen, Diyos maray na aga po sa Indo. I rise today on a matter of public concern that speaks to the very essence of the City Youth Officials Program. This program is more than an opportunity for young people to experience governance. It is a venue where the youth are entrusted with the privilege of public service. Through this program, we are given a seat at the table, not merely to observe governance, but to represent the voices of our fellow youth, identify the challenges they face, and translate those concerns into meaningful policy discussions and recommendations. The privilege to serve carries with it the responsibility to act. Today, I wish to bring forward an issue seen firsthand by our city youth officials, a concern that has long affected many of our constituents, particularly young people entering the workforce for the very first time. The registration process for the food handlers class conducted by our City Health Office under the Sanitary Division. Before discussing this concern, I would first like to commend the City Health Office Sanitary Division for its steadfast implementation of this important program. The Food Handlers class is an essential public health initiative that equips food vendors, restaurant employees, fast food crew members, and other food handlers with the knowledge and certification necessary to safely serve the public. Beyond protecting public health, the program also serves as a gateway to employment. For many applicants, obtaining a food handler's certificate or the yellow card is one of the very first steps toward earning a living. However, for quite some time, the registration process itself has become one of the first obstacles they must first overcome. Every Thursday, applicants line up as early as dawn under the current walk-in registration system, hoping to secure a slot. Many of these applicants are students seeking part-time employment, fresh graduates searching for their first jobs, and young individuals eager to contribute to the workforce. Instead of beginning their employment journey with opportunity, many are met with long waiting times, uncertainty, and additional financial and physical burdens. As city youth officials, this concern resonates deeply because the people most affected are the very sector we have been entrusted to represent. At the same time, this issue should not be viewed solely from the perspective of the applicants. The City Health Office has likewise faced the challenge of accommodating an increasing number of registrants while working within the realities of limited personnel, facilities, schedules, and resources. It is therefore with optimism that I share a significant development. Through the coordination of our City Youth Health Officer, Ms. Juliana De Lara, this representation, the City Youth Administrator, Mr. Chris Maurice Asagra, the Naga iGov Office headed by Ms. Army Gunay, and the City Health Office Sanitary Division, the current walk-in registration system has begun its transition into a 50-50 hybrid registration scheme last Wednesday, July 16, 2026. Under this new system, applicants may either register through the traditional walk-in process or reserve their slots in advance through an online registration platform using Google Forms. This initiative reflects our collective commitment to making government services more accessible, responsive, and efficient. More importantly, it demonstrates how collaboration among offices can produce practical solutions that directly address the needs of our constituents. Yet, as with any reform, there remains room for continuous improvement. Recognizing this representation respectfully manifests its intention to introduce two proposed ordinances for the consideration of this honorable body. The first seeks to institutionalize the food handlers class of the City Health Office, ensuring the regular conduct of this vital public health program through a clear local policy that provides for standardized implementation, sustained administrative support, and continuous capacity building for all food handlers. Then, to further strengthen this essential step in safeguarding of public health, the second seeks to localize the implementation of Republic Act No. 10611, otherwise known as the Food Safety Act of 2013, in the city of Naga, thereby establishing a comprehensive local food safety program that strengthens interagency coordination, promotes compliance with national standards, and ensures safer food systems for our community. These proposed measures complement the improvements already being undertaken by the City Health Office under the Sanitary Division. While innovations such as the hybrid registration system improve the delivery of services, legislation provides the permanence and policy framework necessary to sustain these gains and ensure that they continue to benefit future generations of Nagueños. I therefore respectfully seek the support of my fellow city youth officials and the honorable members of the Sangguniang in advancing these legislative measures, and with the indulgence of the Committee Chair on Rules, may I request that these proposed ordinances be included in the agenda. By working together, we can strengthen our city's food safety system, improve access to essential government services, and create more efficient pathways to employment, particularly for the young people of Naga, whom we are called to serve. After all, every policy we enact and every improvement we institutionalize is an investment in the health, dignity, opportunities, and future of our constituents. Salamat, asin liwat, Diyos maray na aga po sa Indogabus.
Thank you very much, City Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calleja. Any other members of the 2026 City Youth Sangguniang Panlungsod who would like to deliver their privileged speech? Yes, City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes.
Before the speech of the City Youth Councilor, let me acknowledge the presence of City Councilor Attorney Aris Macaraig.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
You may proceed.
Mr. Presiding Officer, Honorable Vice Mayor Gabriel H. Bordado Jr., our City Youth Vice Mayor, Honorable Dan Christian Ragay, to the members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, to my esteemed colleagues in this august body, and to my fellow young Nagueños and citizens of Naga City, a pleasant day to all of you. I rise today on a matter of collective privilege to speak on behalf of the youth of Naga City, the students burning the midnight oil, the young Nagueños striving for a better future, and the communities that support them. As an author of this proposed measure, I am honored to present to this Council a resolution titled Enjoining the 27 Barangays of Naga City to establish and sustain Barangay Youth Study Hubs as accessible, safe, and community-based learning spaces for students and youth. We know that education is deeply ingrained in the culture of Naga City. We take pride in being an educational center in the region. Yet, if we look closely into our 27 barangays, many of our students face quiet, daily hurdles in their pursuit of learning. Not every student has a quiet desk at home, adequate lighting, or reliable internet access. Many contend with cramped spaces, household chores, and distracting environments. While central libraries and commercial cafes exist, they are not always accessible or affordable for everyone, especially for young people coming from underserved and disadvantaged families. Education should not be limited by a student's proximity to town or their financial ability to rent a space just to study. By bringing barangay youth study hubs into every neighborhood, we bring safe, equal, and conducive learning for opportunities straight to their doorstep. We recognize that our barangays operate under varying financial realities. Thus, this resolution does not impose an unfunded mandatory obligation. Instead, it advocates for resourcefulness and collaboration. We are encouraging our 27 barangays to maximize existing public assets such as barangay halls, multi-purpose centers, local reading rooms, or youth centers, and transform or designate portions of them into functional study areas. As young leaders, we do not simply ask for facility. We offer our partnership. This resolution calls upon the Sangguniang Kabataan in each barangay to take an active role in planning, managing, operating, and promoting these hubs. With the guidance from the City Youth Development Office and the SK Federation of Naga City, we can build a strong network of support and ensuring these spaces are safe, well-maintained, and continuously serving for those who need them the most. When we give a student a safe place to read, write, and think, we are opening doors of opportunity that extend far beyond the walls of a barangay hall. We are telling our youth that their dreams are valid, their education matters, and their city cares. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to my sponsor, Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, for his guidance and support to this measure. I humbly seek the full support and approval of this august body for the passage of this resolution. Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer, and Diyos mabalos and padagos sa tuyang gabos.
Thank you very much, City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes. Anyone else from our City Youth Councilors who would like to avail the privileged time? There being none, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Next item, please.
Next is the reading and approval of the order of business.
City Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, may I move to dispense with the reading of the order of business and move for the inclusion of the following items under special business and order as item number 5 are proposed resolutions from the Honorable Jesse R. Albios and City Youth Councilor Francis Ray B. Alvarez, congratulating and commending certain students of Naga City from various schools for their accomplishments during the Asian Math Science League Incorporated during the World Mathematics Invitational Finals 2026 held on Tokyo, Japan last July 10 to 14. As item number 6 are also separate resolutions proposed by the Honorable Gilda Gail R. Abunal Gomez and Honorable Kishi Gabriel Regalado, congratulating and commending certain students of Naga City for their participation in the World Mathematics Invitational Finals 2026 and the 2026 Hong Kong International Science Olympiad final round last June and July 2026. So item number 7 is a letter from the City Mayor Marcus Urgent requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing the implementation of the third tranche of the updated salary schedule for local government personnel pursuant to Executive Order Number 64, Series of 2024 and Local Budget Circular Number 172, Series of 2026. So item number 8 is a proposed resolution from City Youth Councilor Honorable Lawrence Jethro Bermundo, earnestly enjoining all public and private educational institutions and barangay councils within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga to actively participate and further intensify the promotion of the city's Disciplinaga campaign. As item number 9, another proposed resolution from Honorable Lawrence Jethro Bermundo requesting the 27 punong barangays together with their respective Kagawads Committee on Education and Public Safety to deploy at least 2 barangay tanks to all public and private primary and secondary schools within their territorial jurisdictions to ensure the safety and security of students during arrival and departure hours. So item number 10, another proposed resolution from the Honorable Lawrence Jethro Bermundo enjoining all public and private school pupil and student governments and councils and all recognized co-curricular and extracurricular student organizations across elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels in Naga City to proactively advocate for student leadership, youth and children empowerment, and civic participation. So item number 11, a proposed resolution from Honorable Althea Isabel J. Reyes, sponsored by Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, strongly enjoining the Sangguniang barangays and Sangguniang kabataans of Naga City to establish accessible and comfortable youth study hubs in their respective barangays, and further enjoining the allocation of funds for this purpose. And last, under special business and order, as item number 12, a proposed resolution authored by Honorable Lawrence Jethro Bermundo, Honorable Precious Chloe P. De Quiros, Honorable Luisiana Catrice B. G. Tibati, sponsored by Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig, requesting the Market Enterprise and Promotions Office, the Market Awards Committee, the City Treasurer's Office, City Legal Office, representatives from the Naga City People's Council, and the Naga Market Stallholders Federation to assist the SB Committee on Market Affairs in the formulation of the comprehensive Naga City Market Code. Under unfinished business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 7, the report of the Committee on Appropriations. As item number 8, the revised draft of the proposed ordinance of the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, co-sponsored by City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes, titled an ordinance strengthening the enforcement of mayor's permit compliance in Naga City. Under new business, Mr. Chairman, as item number 7, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Alan Rees Macaraig. Two proposed ordinance, rather, Mr. Chairman. First is an ordinance amending Section 141 of Ordinance Number 2004-123, otherwise known as the Naga City People's Small Ordinance, and revising the various revenue ordinances of the City of Naga and for other purposes. And the second ordinance proposed is an proposed ordinance entitled an ordinance amending Section 5 of Ordinance Number 2018-18, otherwise known as the Towing and Expanded Wheel Clamp Ordinance of Naga City, by revising and modifying the system of collection of parking fees and expanding the area coverage to include the space at the riverside of the Naga City People's Mall. So item number 8 of new business is an inquiry from the City Engineer's Office on the submission of a comprehensive environmental management plan for building permit applications under City Ordinance Number 2026-16. So item number 9, a proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Lawrence Jethro Bermundo, Honorable Precious Chloe P. De Quiros, Honorable Luisiana Catrice G. Tibatib, renaming the Naga City People's Mall to Naga City Public Market and providing the terms and conditions on its transition and legal instruments. So item number 10, of new business is a letter from the General Manager of Cáceres Sports Arena, Eduardo Jose Mercado, requesting for permits to hold derby on various dates for the remainder of the year 2026. So item number 11, a letter from the EPS Kindergarten Financial Literacy Coordinator Corazon Silerio, with the endorsement of Schools Division Superintendent Susan Escoliano, requesting for the grant of cash incentives to the winners of the Teng 2026 Dengue Slayers Challenge Grand Finals held last June 2026. So item number 12 is a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro, increasing the therapy assistance for indigent children with disabilities in the City of Naga to 10,000 pesos per annum per beneficiary, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Item number 13 of new business, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, establishing the Naga City 3-term Barangay Service Recognition Program, providing a plaque of recognition, and subject to applicable law and audit rules, a one-time monetary award to qualified former punong barangays and elected regular members of the Sangguniang Barangay and providing funds for its implementation. Item number 14 of new business is proposed ordinance authored by Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, institutionalizing the Naga City Barangay Support Fund beginning fiscal year 2027 and thereafter, and establishing a governance framework for its allocation, utilization, implementation, and accountability. Item number 15, a proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, institutionalizing harampangan sa Naga, the subject matter of his privileged speech earlier. Item number 16 is a proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Ira Denise Calleja, sponsored by Honorable Jesse R. Albios, localizing the implementation of Republic Act number 10611, otherwise known as the Food Safety Act, establishing the Naga City Food Safety Program, requiring health certification and food safety training for food handlers, describing food safety requirements for food establishments, providing penalties for violations and for other purposes. As item number 17, a proposed ordinance from the Honorable Ira Denise Calleja, sponsored by Honorable Jesse R. Albios, institutionalizing the mandatory food handlers class in the City of Naga as a requirement for the issuance and renewal of health certificates of food handlers, providing guidelines for its implementation, providing funds therefore, and for other purposes. And last, under new business, the subject matter of the privileged speech of the Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jocno, a proposed ordinance providing measures for the safety and protection of delivery riders and taxi drivers in app-based platforms in Naga City. And last, Mr. Chairman, under other matters, as item number 2 thereof is the transmittal from the Department of Interior and Local Government pertaining to the compliance with the First-Time Job Seekers Assistance Act and its implementing rules and regulations. With the inclusions, Mr. Chairman, I move for the approval of the order of business.
Reaction? Yes, City Councilor General Omar Benafe.
Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Committee on Rules Chairman, may I request that we include as item number 13 of the SBO the subject matter of my privileged speech, a resolution expressing gratitude and commendation to the Naga City Police Office headed by City Director Police Colonel Rizal de Caballero, especially the Chief of Police, Station 4, Police Captain Arnel Asanya, and their hard-working investigators, PCMS Purina Aquino and PSSG Raymond Ayan Henyo, for the early arrest of the suspect and solution of the heinous crime committed against the victim, the deceased former teacher of Ateneo de Naga Primary School and resident of Bacol, Naga City.
Reaction
and I so move, Mr. Chair.
from the Chairman of the Committee on Rules.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, under special
So that will be item number 13 under SBO.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So any second to the motion of the Chairman of the Committee on Rules, City Councilor
Second.
Attorney Rosales?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item, please.
Next, under special business or order, item number 1 is the proposed resolution submitted by the Honorable David Casper Nathan Serio and City Youth Councilor Luisiana Catris Tibatib, congratulating and commending the Ateneo de Naga University for its remarkable debut and outstanding achievement in the Times Higher Education Sustainable Impact Rating on 2026.
City Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Actually, we postponed the discussion of these two items which you authored alongside with the City Youth
Thank you for
Councilor
including this
because
matter.
we would like to check certain aspects of the awards.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Para lang po
May I request the Secretariat to do something about the sound system?
Ining duwang matters, item number 1 and number 2 sa SBO, related sa 2026 times higher education sustainability impact ratings. Sa nagpapahiling ini, Mr. Chair, na talagang ang Naga iyo ang sentro kang edukasyon digdi sa Bicol.
City Councilor
Yes, Mr. Chair.
David Casper Nathan Serio, I was telling the council, including the city youth officials, that as of now there are 3 major entities making these rankings.
Yes, including Biscast.
The Quaccarilli Simons, the THE, and another entity. But I was expressing my disappointment.
Why?
With the ranking. Imagine UP, the University of the Philippines system, was a few years ago ranked in the top 100 universities of the world. And now, in the 3 major entities, it's ranked in the top 1,000.
Yes.
And Ateneo is ranked.
Ateneo de Manila University is ranked number 1.
Yeah, Ateneo de Manila,
Sa
De La
Philippines.
Salle University, and the University of Santo Tomas.
Before that is Mapua University.
These are the 4 universities which usually merge into the top 1,000 universities of the world. I cannot understand why UP is now ranked number 700 or something. And how about Ateneo de Naga?
Yun na po inisipin ko kanta. Yun siya sa 1,000 to 1,500 na category. Sa bracket na yan.
Out of how many universities in the world?
There were more than 2,000, Mr. Chair.
Are you sure? So, 1,000 to 1,500 with just 2,000 universities?
About
Do you think we need to commend that?
Well, Mr. Chair, I think so. Ining times kunyan po ini higher education sustainability.
Let me clarify. I don't want to downgrade the Ateneo de Naga. We all came from the Ateneo de Naga. But I am just wondering why we should be giving commendation when, if you were telling us a while ago that only 2,000 plus universities were involved in the ranking. And Ateneo de Naga was ranked. Can you give us the specific ranking?
Sige po. sa bilog ng Pilipinas, ang nagbali dyan ng 1,160 Philippine universities, Mr. Chair.
In the Philippines?
In the Philippines.
Okay.
Ang top 6.
What is the rank of Ateneo in the Philippines?
Mayo man pong, may pa kung nakukuha kayan, pero si placement niya, yun dyan sa kategoryang yan, 1,001 to 1,500 bracket, together with UNC.
I heard somebody said last week that 22,000 universities were involved, but you are now making the correction that only 2,000 plus.
I may be wrong. Baka si 22 si tama.
I do hope you can check this. But anyway.
Pero hindi, Mr. Chair,
Any reaction to my pronouncements and the pronouncements of City Councilor Serio? Yes, City Councilor Frank Mendoza, who also graduated from the Ateneo de Naga.
Batch 77, Mr. Chair. Along with Councilor Jude. My concern, Mr. Chair, is that it is quite clear in the second paragraph as it is flashed in the screen. It states that the university, meaning the Ateneo de Naga University, was placed in the 1,001 to 1,500 overall band among more than 1,600 participating universities worldwide. So out of 1,600, the Ateneo de Naga may either be in the 1,500, just 100 slots before the last one. So my suggestion previously, Mr. Chair, is just we remove the last phrase in the title, so that we still accord recognition to the university, to our alma mater, but we do not highlight necessarily the ranking.
Do you agree with the proposal of City Councilor Frank Mendoza?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
That's okay with me.
So we will delete the last
Placing in
phrase.
the 1,001 to 1,500, etc.
Okay.
Okay, so please make the motion.
So, I move that we pass this resolution congratulating and commending the Ateneo de Naga University for its and outstanding achievement in the times 56 times higher education sustainability impact ratings.
So, joint and collective?
Yes.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Together with item number 2 po. Another.
Item number 2. Yes, City Councilor Serio?
I move that we pass a resolution, similar resolution in favor of the University of Nueva Cáceres, and the title is there. Maybe we can
Again, comment from City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Siguro we can rephrase the title, the last part, higher education, sustainability impact ratings 2026, successfully elevating its position globally.
Okay. Okay.
Do you agree, City Councilor?
Yes. That's
Serio?
what I'm thinking. Dahil na-specify itong bracket.
Okay, so
So move on joint collective motion.
on joint and collective motion.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Councilor Serio?
Of the 160 Philippine universities that participated in these rankings, 6 of which came from Bicol region, and 4 of
6
sa
from
Bicol.
the Bicol region and
Yes.
4
Sa Naga
out
area.
of the 6 from Naga City.
Metro Naga area.
That's good.
Sa
Okay.
4, 3 ang yaon sa Naga City. And lately ko lang nahiling, kabali pa pala sa medyo arugayan ang nakalaog sa bracket, ang discuss.
Mhm.
So if it's okay with the members, we might as well pass a similar resolution and para yung itong
So we will now include Biscas.
separate resolution for Biscas.
Okay, please make the motion.
I move that we pass a resolution congratulating, commenting the Bicol.
Before we discuss the motion, I think Councilor Aris Macaraig has some comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This ranking is about sustainability impact. This is not about academic achievement or who has the highest ratings academically. This is about the
Sustainability. Okay.
Sustainable Development Goals under the United Nations, which includes poverty, climate, etc., Mr. Chair. So this is a unique rating, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, City Councilor Attorney Aris Macaraig, for the clarification. So we may proceed with the motion.
In favor of discuss Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology on joint and collective motion.
Joint and collective. Next item, please.
Next is a letter dated July 14 from the City Mayor seeking the passage of a resolution authorizing her to enter into, negotiate, and sign the deed of donation with Eddie Crisini in relation to this conveyance of a parcel of land located at Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña, Naga City, which will be utilized as part of the road network in the area.
City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The request of the City Mayor is for a passage of a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the deed of donation with Mr. Eddie Crisini in relation to the donation of a parcel of land located at Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña, with an approximate area of 302 square meters, which will form part of the road network right of way that will connect Barangay Balatas to Barangay Concepcion, Pequeña. It is noteworthy to mention, Mr. Chair, that in May 2024, the Crisini family also donated 3,748 square meters for this particular purpose. So may I move that we pass on joint and collective motion a resolution authorizing the City Mayor to enter into, negotiate, and sign the deed of donation with Mr. Eddie S. Crisini. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? So it's on joint and collective motion. Next item.
In addition, Mr. Chair,
Yes, Councilor Albios.
may I move that we pass a resolution expressing the gratitude and appreciation of the city government of Naga to the spouses Eddie Crisini and Elizabeth Crisini for this donation.
Any second? Again, this will be on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed 4 separate resolutions sponsored by the Honorable Jesse Albios and CY Councilor Francis Ray Alperes, respectively expressing the profound congratulations and commendations of the Sangguniang Panlungsod to Irie Amadeus Kaayo, Arabella Marie France Danglusi, Arturus Del Rosario, Katniss Cassandra Espejon, all residents of Naga City and student of the Naga City Montessori School for their individual achievement in the World Mathematics Invitational Final Round at Chiba and Tokyo, Japan, last July 11.
City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I acknowledge City Youth Councilor and author Francis Ray Alvarez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This proposed resolution is expressing the congratulations and commendation to the first student of Naga City Montessori from winning a bronze medalist in the World Mathematics Invitational Final Round held in Chiba, Japan, July 11, 2026. With that achievement, Mr. Chairman, may I move to the passage of this resolution to the first student of the Naga City.
4 separate resolutions.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Student Irie Amadios B. Kaayaw from Barangay Kararayan, Naga City. Arabella Marie France Ardang Lose from Kararayan, Naga City. Turus E. Del Rosario from Pacol, Naga City. And Katniss Cassandra Espejon from Del Rosario, Naga City. So move, Mr. Chair.
On joint,
and
and
collective.
Next item, please.
Next is another proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Jesse Albios and co-authored by the Honorable counterpart Francis Ray Alperes, commending the participants of the ASEAN Mathematical Science League Incorporated or the AMSLI World Mathematics Invitational Finals 2026 held on July 10 to 14 in Tokyo and Shiba, Japan.
Once again, City Youth Councilor Francis Ray Alvarez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Again, this proposed resolution is expressing the commendation and congratulations to the Eric Nathan students, Eric Nathan Calastrava, for winning a gold medal and legend award from the ASEAN Matsai League INC, or the World Mathematics Invitational Finals 2026 held on July 10 to 14 in Tokyo and Shiba, Japan. And three proposed resolution individual resolution will present by the counterpart of Doc Gail, Councilor. And next, the proposed resolution of commendation to the Athena Bidis for winning a silver medalist from the Minds That Matter Tutorial Learning Center. Next, the student of Naga Parochial School, Nathan Ezekiel C. Toledano, from winning a bronze medal. Last, the student of Ateneo de Naga University Junior High School Department, Neibian de la Cruz, from winning a bronze medalist. With that, Mr. Chair, may I move to the passage of separate resolution.
6
on
separate resolutions.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. On joint and collective motion.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the similar proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Hilda Gail Abunal Gomez, but counterpart.
Okay, proceed.
Okay, we acknowledge City Youth Councilor Kishi Gabriel Regalado.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of these resolutions congratulating and commending outstanding young Nagaños for their achievements in international academic competitions and national sporting events. These resolutions recognize Lance Maximilian P. Cruz of St. Joseph's School for winning the Bronze Award in the 2026 Hong Kong International Science Olympiad Final Round. Also, Lance Maximilian P. Cruz, Orion Jet A. Dayao, and Leah Hannah Eric A. Daza of St. Joseph's School for winning the Silver, Gold, and Bronze Awards, respectively, in the World Mathematics Invitational Finals 2026, held on July 10 to 14, 2026, and Don John Real Sembrano of Ateneo de Naga University Junior High School and a resident of Barangay Cararayan for winning first place in the boys 14 50-meter freestyle BC and boys 14 100-meter breast BC categories. He was also named the overall most outstanding swimmer in the Philippine Aquatics Novice and Masters Long Course Swimming Championship held on May 16 to 17, 2026. Mr. Chair.
Separate resolutions. How many resolutions?
5 separate
So
resolutions.
5 separate resolutions on joint and collective motion. Okay. Next item, please.
Next is transmittal letter from the Office of the City Mayor seeking for the passage of a resolution authorizing the implementation of the third tranche of the updated salary schedule for local government personnel pursuant to Executive Order Number 64, Series of 2024, and Local Budget Circular Number 172, Series of 2026.
Let me acknowledge City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, the Chairman of the Committee on Appropriations.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this pertains to the third tranche of the salary standardization law that will benefit our local government personnel effective August 2026. So may I move, Mr. Chair, for a passage of a resolution authorizing the implementation of the third tranche of the updated salary schedule for local government personnel pursuant to Executive Order Number 64 series of 2024 on local budget circular number 172 series of 2026. On joint and
Any
collective.
second?
On joint and collective.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Mr. Chairman.
Next.
Yes, Councilor Serio?
Mr. Chairman, nag-abot na ang balaaw ka, mahal na Diyos. I move for recess.
Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manungod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga. Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sa rabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga harlangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararon pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi na kagamot ang totoong progreso. Pugnanta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig kan mga kanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungon. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad. Inigawi ning pagmakulog sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakatulog kita gabos ning tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ning pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayot na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan mga harong. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga bako sa nang programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupun ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso bakong dipisil. Kun may disiplinaga.
Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga, Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga harlangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararong pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi na kagamot ang totoong progreso. Puunan ta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig ka makanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad. Inigawi ning pagmakulog sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakaturog kita gabos ning tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ting pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan araw. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga bako sa nang programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupuon ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso bakong dipisil kun may disiplinaga.
Mayroon ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga. Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niya tong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga haralangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararon pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi nakagamot ang totoong progreso. Pugnanta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig kan mga kanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad. Inigawi ning pagmakulog sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakatulog kita gabos ning tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ning pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan araw. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga bako sa nang programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupun ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso bakong dipisil kun may disiplinaga.
isisyon ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga. Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niyatong mamuton ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga haralangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararong pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi na kagamot ang totoong progreso. Puunan ta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig kamakanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad, inigawi ning pagmakulog, sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan, itong makakatulog kita gabos ng tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ting pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan araw. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga bako sa nang programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupuon ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso bakong dipisil kun may disiplinaga.
Diskutiron ang mga programa, proyekto asin mga plano kang lokal na gobyerno. Isihon ang may kamanundangan mga impormasyong manugod sa syudad ng Naga. Maging parte kang solusyon, ipag-orgulyo ang pagiging Nagenyo. Kaibahan ang pag-irima sa Public Information Office kang LGU-Naga. Risa Santos asin Jason Lola. Tuyong aldaw na Sabado, alas 8 ng aga, sarabay niya tong mamoton na ang Maray na Naga.
Ano ang sukol kang progresibong syudad? Mga haralangkaw na edibisyo? Marambong na negosyo? O masararong pa? Sa Naga, ang sukulanta, disiplina. Digdi nakagamot ang totoong progreso. Pugnanta na sana sa simpleng pagparada sa mga designadong lugar, sa paggamit ng pedestrian lanes, pagrespeto sa speed limits, pagsunod sa vending hours. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa dalan. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako dahil sa takot sa penalidad, kundi dahil inikultura. Sa disiplinaga sa kapalibutan, liwatang pagtarabangan na malinigan ang satong kapalibutan. Sa pag-apon sa tamang bugtakan, pag-segregate, pagbayanihan sa paglinig kan makanal, o sa simpleng paglinig kan sa tuyang mga tungod. Sa Naga, ang disiplina bako sa ng responsibilidad. Inigawi ning pagmakulog sa pagdaraid, sa inaagihan. Itong makakatulog kita gabos ning tunino. Tamayo na ning nagbibidyoke ning lampas alas 10 ning pagni. Tamayo na itong nagmumotor na maribok ang tambutsyo. Asin mayo na ning nag-iirinuman sa luwas kan laro. Iyan ang minamauta sa disiplinaga sa komunidad. Ang disiplinaga bako sa nang programa. Ini sa tong kultura. Ini sa tong panuga. Asin nagpupuon ini sa tuya gabos. Ang progreso bakong dipisil kun may disiplinaga.
and Barangay Council within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City to actively participate in and further intensify the promotion of the city's Discipline Naga campaign.
City Councilor Elmer Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, this is a proposition of my City Youth Councilor counterpart. So may I request, Mr. Chair, my counterpart, the Honorable Lawrence Jetro
City Youth Councilor Bermundo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed resolution would like to earnestly enjoy all public and private educational institution and barangay council po within the territorial jurisdiction of Naga City to actively participate and further intensify the promotion of the city's Discipline Naga campaign. So, with this, Mr. Chair, we know that the Discipline Naga campaign was introduced during our celebration of the charter anniversary, and with that introduction po, it was introduced and it was promoted via posting online, but the days after those that day of introductions, parang nawala po ang Discipline Naga campaign. And with this resolution po, mas gusto natin na ibaba pa, since this public and private educational institution as well as the barangay LGU play a vital role po in molding the values, character, and civic consciousness of the youth and the people under respective jurisdiction po. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I, together with my counterpart, Honorable Elmer S. Baldimoro, move for the passage of this resolution. So move, Mr. Chair.
On joint and collective motion?
On joint and collective motion.
Okay.
Mr.
Next
Chair.
item. Yes, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
With the indulgence of the Chair of the Committee on Rules, may request inclusion under SBO, a proposed resolution expressing the profound condolence of the City of Naga, including the people of Naga City, to the family of the teacher of the Ateneo de Naga, as well as the commitment of the city government to institute measures that will prevent the occurrence of the same. Thank you, Mr.
City
Chair.
Councilor Attorney Rosales. So that will be included under SBO, and we will approve it on joint and collective motion. Next item.
Next item is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, a resolution requesting the 27 punong barangays, together with their respective kagawads, Committee on Education and Public Safety in Naga City, to deploy at least 2 barangay tanods to all public and private primary and secondary schools within their jurisdiction to ensure the safety and security of students during arrivals and departure hours.
Once again, we acknowledge City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jasper Bermudo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this proposed resolution would like to request the punong barangays and with their respective kagawad Committee on Education and Public Safety in Naga City to deploy po at least 2 barangay tanods and all the public and private primary and secondary schools within their jurisdiction po to ensure the safety and security of students during arrival and departure hours. This is it was not stated po what time the arrival and departure hours, because it was it depends po on the school. There are schools po that their arrival time or starting hours po are around 6:30, 6:45, and ang iba naman po natatapos around 7:30 in the evening. So it was worded as arrival and departure hours. So with this, Mr. Chair, may I, together with my counterpart, Honorable Elmer S. Baldimoro, move for the approval of this resolution. So move, Mr. Chair. On
joint and collective motion. Next item.
Another proposal from the Honorable City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jetro Bermudo, a resolution enjoining all public and private schools, pupils, students, government and councils, and all recognized co-curricular and extracurricular students organizations across elementary, secondary, and tertiary level in Naga City to proactively advocate for students, leadership, youth, and children empowerment and civic participations.
Once again, City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jotro Bermundo, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This proposed resolution would like to address the decreasing participation of students po when it comes to student organizations, and we would like to join all the public and private school peoples and student governments and councils. And I also added the recognized co-curricular and extracurricular student organization across elementary, secondary, and tertiary levels. So all organizations within schools po in Naga City proactively advocate for student leadership, youth and children empowerment, and civic participation po. So with that, Mr. Chair, may I move for the passage of this resolution on joint and collective motion.
Joint and collective motion. Next item.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes and co-sponsored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza. A resolution strongly enjoining the Sangguniang Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan of Naga City to establish accessible and comfortable youth study hubs in their respective barangays, and further enjoining the allocation of funds for this purpose.
We acknowledge the author and the City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, this resolution strongly enjoining the Sangguniang Barangays and Sangguniang Kabataan of Naga City to establish accessible and comfortable youth study hubs in their respective barangays, and further enjoining the allocation of funds for this purpose is anchored in the recognition that access to education is not limited to the presence of school and classrooms. Students and young people also need safe, accessible, and conducive spaces where they can study, read, and conduct research, access digital learning resources, and participate in productive academic activities. So, this resolution therefore proposes the establishment of youth study hub in each of the 27 barangays, subject to the availability of resources and existing laws and rules. This is a call for every barangay po to become an active partner in supporting the education and development of its young people. A study hub may be a simple space, but it can become a place where students find resources, environment, and support where they can learn and pursue their dreams. So with that, with the indulgence of my counterpart, Honorable Francisco M. Mendoza, may I move to the passage of this resolution strongly enjoining the Sangguniang Barangays and Sangguniang Kabataan of Naga City to establish accessible and comfortable youth study hubs in their respective barangays, and further enjoining the allocation of funds for this purpose.
Second.
So moved,
Joint
Mr.
and
Chair.
collective.
On joint and collective.
Yes, reaction from Councilor Felix.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I highly support this resolution. To date, Mr. Chair, there are 10 barangays who have a youth and education hub in Naga City. And ang pinaka-goal, Mr. Chair, is that all barangays will have their own. Ang wish me na lang po, Mr. Chair, from on the side of the SK Federation, ang pinaka-wish me na lang is that the punong barangays of the 27 barangays will allocate spaces para magkaigoning youth hub, because ang SK po, even if may fund kami for education, dependent man po kami sa mga spaces na itatao kang barangay. So that will be all, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
So we will pass this on joint and collective motion. Another comment from Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, for the information of City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes, in 2024, the city provided one desktop or laptop and one printer to the Sangguniang Kabataan of the 27 barangay to have their youth hub, and they promise to have a counterpart, another desktop or laptop, as well as the internet connectivity for the said youth hub. Ang naging problema lang, as manifested by the Honorable Felix, the allocation of the space at barangay hall or allocation in the barangay government center. So maybe we could add to request to the respective punong barangay to allocate an space for the youth hub for the Sangguniang Kabataan. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Can the principal author of the resolution make some amendments to reflect the proposal made by City Councilor Baldemoro?
Yes, City Youth Councilor Althea Reyes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And we
this is
will
a-
be providing all the barangay councils of Naga City copies of this resolution.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, how will you word it?
It is already included, Mr. Chair, that the barangays are encouraged to maximize their existing public facilities and designate appropriate locations, establish reasonable operating schedules, and adopt simple guidelines for the proper use, maintenance, safety, and management of the study hub, including the designation of... it is already included, Mr. Chair, in the resolve further clause.
Okay, so we will approve this on joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolutions authored by the Honorable Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, Precious Chloe De Quiros, and Luisiana Catrice Tibatib, a resolution requesting the Market Enterprise and Promotion Office, the Market Awards Committee, the City Treasurer's Office, the City Legal Office, the representative of the Naga City People's Council, and the Naga City Market Stallholders Federations to assist the Sangguniang Panlungsod Committee on Market Affairs in the formulation of the comprehensive Naga City Market Code.
From one of the authors, may I acknowledge City Youth Councilor Precious Chloe De Quiros.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, our public markets play an important role in our local economy and in the livelihood of many Nagaños. So, this resolution seeks to bring together the concerned offices and stakeholders to create a unified, updated, and inclusive market code that will benefit both market vendors and the general public. So, that, Mr. Chair, may I, together with my fellow City Youth Councilors, Honorable Lawrence Jetro Bermundo and Honorable Luisiana Catrice Tibatib, move for the passage of this resolution, a resolution enjoining the Market Enterprise Resolution, Market Enterprise and Promotions Office, the Market Awards Committee, the City Treasurer's Office, the City Legal Office, and representatives from the Naga City People's Council and the Naga Market Stallholders Federation to assist the SP Committee on Market in the formulation of the comprehensive Naga Market Code. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
On joint and collective motion. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed resolution authored by the Honorable Melvin Ramon Buenape and co-authored by the Honorable Michael Jenry Bolocon, a resolution expressing the city government of Nagas deepest gratitude and commendation to the Naga City Police Office under the leadership of City Director Police Colonel Rizalde L. Caballero, particularly Police Station 4, headed by Police Captain Arnel Asanya and investigators, Police PCMS Porina Aquino and PSSG Raymond Ayan Hino for their swift and exemplary action leading to the early arrest of the suspect and solution of the heinous crime committed against a former LGU-Naga primary school teacher.
Yes, City Councilor General Omar Buenafe.
Mr. Chair, we will recall that last July 18, the body of the victim of I will say heinous crime was discovered, and acting immediately, the police of Naga City, headed by Police Colonel Rizal de Caballero, directed the officers of Police Station 4, headed by Police Captain Arnel Asanya, and with the hard-working investigators, Henyo and Purina Aquino, they were able to arrest the suspect. And per revelation by Honorable Rosales, the arrested suspect made a confession already to the crime that he committed. And with this, Mr. Chair, we are expressing our thanks or deep gratitude to the police of Naga City and commending them for a job well done through this resolution.
By the way, when the victim was killed, she was still a teacher at the LGU-Naga Elementary School. So kindly delete that word former. Committed against an LGU-Naga primary school teacher.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We stand corrected on that matter. We will effect the amendment or revision of this draft resolution, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
If there are no objections or comments, we will approve it on joint and collective
Joint
motion.
and collective motion. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Councilor Baldimoro.
Mr. Chair, just on the term use, LGU-Naga grade school teacher. Not
Okay.
primary.
LGU-Naga grade school teacher. Okay. Next item, please.
Item number 14 is resolution of condolence to the bereaved family of Lisel Fermali.
I think that was already approved. Yes, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think the approval was only on the inclusion.
Yes.
Okay.
So may I request that counterpart be allowed to read this specific portion of the proposed resolution.
Yes, please.
Yes, City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, be it resolved as it is hereby resolved to express the profound condolences and deepest sympathies of the city government and the people of Naga City to the family, loved ones, and the LGU-Naga University community on the passing of Ms. Lizelle Parmale. Be it resolved further that the city government of Naga hereby reaffirms its strong commitment to institute comprehensive measures including enhanced public safety protocols, increased monitoring and infrastructure safety assessments, and coordinated law enforcement strategies to ensure the prevention of similar incidents in the future. And resolve finally that a copy of this resolution be officially transmitted to the family of the late Ms. Lizelle Permale and to the administration of the LGU-Naga University for their information. With that, Mr. Chair, together with the members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod, may I pass this resolution expressing the profound condolences and sympathies of the city government and the people of Naga to the bereaved family of the late Ms. Lizelle Permale and affirming the city's firm commitment to institute proactive measures to prevent similar tragedies in the future. So move, Mr. Chair, on joint and collective motion.
So we will approve this on joint and collective motion. Let me acknowledge first the presence of Mr. Rusco Harvinia, Acting City Youth Mayor. You are the Acting City Youth Mayor. Okay. And vlogger from A to Z. Job Challenge. Welcome to the Sangguniang Panlungsod. So you are a member of the City Youth Officials group?
No, Mr. Chair. This is a challenge.
I see. Okay. Next item, please.
Next, under unfinished business, a letter dated July 13 from the City Legal Officer containing his response and initial comments on the telecommunications provider's proposed co-build arrangement and status of the Unified and Comprehensive Underground Conduit Plan and Working Group, IRR.
Reaction from City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move that this matter be referred to the Committee on Public Utilities.
Any second? So this will be referred to the Committee on Public Utilities.
Next is a letter from Kadapi Tanggol, Regional Director of the Department of Public Works and Highways, containing the response to Resolution number 2026-176 pertaining to the renaming of a national road segment from the boundary of Barangay Peña Francia to Barangay Panikwasan, Naga City to Senator Tecla R. San Jose Sega Avenue.
Reaction from the Chairman of the Committee on Culture and the Arts, City Councilor Nathan Serio.
Mr. Chairman, this matter has been discussed in the Committee on Tourism, Culture and the Arts, and to my recollection, we have already disposition on this. We passed a resolution. One of the dispositive portions of which is that we are requesting the Congress to the Office of Congressman Legacion to pass the necessary bill on this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Councilor Nathan Serio.
But we take note of this.
We just take note of this item. So next item, please.
The committee report, Committee on Housing and Settlement for the hearing last July 16.
Report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements. The report will be rendered by the Chairman of the Committee, City Councilor Dr. Jesse Albios.
Mr. Chair, may I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Housing and Settlements?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held on July 16, 2026, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
The loan item is the first endorsement dated June 30, 2026 from Engineer Rolando S.I. Campillos, HSDO Head, endorsing the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board Resolution number 2026-08, approving the request of Estrella Bellarmino for the transfer and conveyance of the absolute ownership of a certain property acquired through the housing program of the city government of Naga. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering that all the necessary documents and requirements had been complied with, and upon the endorsement of the Naga City Urban Development and Housing Board, on motion of the Honorable Wilfredo Jude A. Jukno, duly seconded by Honorable Bermundo, Honorable De Quiros, Honorable Tibatib, and Ms. Vergara, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution approving the request of Estrella R. Bellarmino for the transfer and conveyance of the absolute ownership of the 49 square meter property identified as Block 19, Lot 6, located at Kiburak, Bagumbayan Sur, Naga City, and covered by original certificate title number 086-2017-000 049 in favor of Christopher Son R. Villarmino pursuant to the deed of extrajudicial settlement of estate with waiver and the subsequent deed of donation. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Dr. Albios. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report, the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety and the Women and Family Relations and Gender Equality for the hearing last July 15.
We acknowledge the City Youth Councilor, the Honorable Michael Janry Bolocon, to render the report on the joint committee hearing.
Mr. Chair, may I request for the acknowledgement of this committee report on peace and order and public safety and women, family, and gender relation.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing was held last July 15, 2026, and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum.
The first
Thank you.
item was the letter dated March 8, 2026 of Police Colonel Hilbert P. Farinas, City Director, pertaining to the proposal for the establishment of a protocol for handling incidents in relation to the concern of Ms. Cheryl Ann Agaw Marajas concerning public safety and the protection of women and children. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Abonal Gomez, duly seconded by Honorable Jokno, the committee resolved to defer consideration of the matter and direct the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat to write the Naga City Police Office requesting it to submit its step-by-step protocol for obtaining closed-circuit television or CCTV or footage or recordings from establishments that maintain their own policies governing access to such footage, particularly in cases where a crime has been committed within their premises or immediate vicinity. The committee further requested that the NCPO submit its written response to the SP Secretariat within 10 days from receipt of the request. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, a letter dated March 17, 2026 from Mr. Jonathan Z. Hernandez, Naga City Bike Board Coordinator, addressed to the City Mayor submitting a proposed ordinance seeking to establish a bicycle response unit or BRU in Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Abonal Gomez, duly seconded by Honorable Jokno, the committee resolved to defer the consideration of the matter to direct the Secretariat to furnish copies of the proposed ordinance to the following offices for their review, inputs, and comments: the Department of Health, the City Health Office, and the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office, the Public Safety Office, and the City Mayor's Office. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
The last item, transmittal dated May 13, 2026 from Elmer M. Villanueva Jr., City Local Government Operations Officer, DILG Naga City Operations Office, furnishing minutes of the fourth quarter meeting of the Naga City Peace and Order Council held on November 19, 2025, and Resolution Number 2025-15, Series of 2025, approving the 2026-2028 Peace and Order and Public Safety or POPS Plan of the City of Naga and endorsing the same to the Sangguniang Panlungsod for adoption. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Abonal Gomez, duly seconded by Honorable Mendoza and Honorable Jokno, the committee resolved to defer consideration of the matter pending the submission of the final copy of the Peace and Order and Public Safety or POPS Plan to the Sangguniang Panlungsod Secretariat in both hard copy and digital PDF formats. The committee further resolved to refer the matter back to the committee for review and consideration upon receipt of the final POPS plan. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That's the end of our committee report. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, City Youth Councilor Michael January Bolocan for the report.
Next item, please.
Next is an endorsement from Ms. Army Gonay, e-governance program director, submitting consolidated public feedback gathered from the social media platforms in the implementation of the I-Engage ordinance pertaining to proposed ordinance amending ordinance number 22-001-056, promulgating rules and regulation on the segregation and proper disposal of garbage in the city of Naga.
Any reaction? Yes, City Councilor Attorney Macaraig.
May we refer the letter to the Committee on Environment, Mr. Chair?
Okay, so we will refer this letter to the Committee on Environment. Next item, please.
Next is the committee report, Committee on Public Utilities for the hearing last July 16.
May we acknowledge City Youth Councilor Francis Ray Alvarez to render the report on the committee hearing on public utilities.
Mr. Chairman, may I request to the acknowledgement of this committee report on Committee on Public Utilities?
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The committee hearing on Committee on Public Utilities was held on July 16 and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Thank you.
First item, the letter dated May 4, 2026 from Mr. Prudencio T. Mongoso Jr., General Manager, Metropolitan Naga Water District, requesting for assistance in facilitating negotiation regarding the right-of-way requirement for their proposed waterline improvement project in Barangay Sabang, Naga City. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
Considering that the city mayor had already verbally instructed Engineer Orlando S. I. Campillos of the Housing and Settlement Development Office regarding the matter, the committee resolved to forward the letter of the Metro Naga Water District to the HSDO for its confirmation and reference. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Next item, the Barangay Ordinance Number 2-2025 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Santa Cruz, Naga City, amending the rules and regulation on the conduct and operation of Santa Cruz Pedicab Operators and Drivers Association. May I proceed to the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On motion of Honorable Melvin Ramon G. Benape, duly seconded by this representation, Honorable Calleja, Honorable Birmondo, Honorable Tibatib, and Honorable Bolocon, the committee resolved to refer the matter to the Committee on Laws and Ordinances jointly with the Committee on Transport for appropriate action. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
That ends the report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, City Youth Councilor Francis Ray Alvarez.
Next item, please. Yes, comment from City Councilor Frank Mendoza. Members of the Secretariat, kindly do something about the sound system.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request reconsideration of the disposition on the second item? Upon reading the minutes of the committee hearing, it appears that the Metro Naga Water District has submitted the request that the right-of-way in the Villa Fulgentes property be sold. But they received no response. May I propose, Mr. Chair, that we request the head of the HSDO to render a report to the Sangguniang. Ano pang status gadtong bako lang yung right of way ang issue, di kundi itong Villa Fulgentes property. Takong ipapasatan na naman sana, babaka again, may mangyari. So, I move that we include in the disposition that the HSDO render a report. Status gadtong Villa Fulgentes property. Kung may problema, anong steps to resolve, to address the problem. So move, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Next item.
Next is the committee report, Committee on Appropriations for the hearing last July 20.
The Committee on Appropriations.
The Committee on A report will be rendered by City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jethro Bermundo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I request for the acknowledgement of the committee report on the Committee on Appropriation.
Your report is duly acknowledged.
The hearing was held on the 20th of July 2026 and there was a quorum.
There was a quorum. Okay.
First item, the first endorsement dated on the 6th of July 2026 from the acting city budget officer forwarding the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City for the calendar year of January 1 to December 31, 2026 as embodied under Resolution number 004-002 involving the amount of 900,237 pesos and 60 centavos. May I proceed with the disposition, Mr. Chair?
Yes, please.
On the motion of Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro, duly seconded by Honorable Albios and Honorable Felix, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of a resolution declaring the 2026 annual budget of the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Peña Francia, Naga City for the calendar year from January 1 to December 31, 2026 as embodied under Resolution number 004-002 involving the amount of 900,237 pesos and 60 centavos as operative in its entirety. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Yes, Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a manifestation that with the submission and approval of the SK budget 2026 SK budget of Barangay Peña Francia, all the 2026 annual budget of the 27 barangays and 27 SKs were already approved by the Sangguniang Panlungsod.
Thank you very much. Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations.
Second item, the letter dated 2nd of June 2026 from the city mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance reverting to the unappropriated balance the amount of 580,000 pesos out of the unobliged balance of semi-expandable machinery and equipment expenses, military, police, and security equipment from the current appropriation for MOOA of the Public Safety Office and appropriating the same for a certain account of the same office. May I proceed to the disposition?
Yes, please.
On the motion of Honorable Elmer S. Baldemoro, duly seconded by Honorable Albios, Honorable Felix, Honorable Calleja, Honorable Chavez, and Ms. De Asis, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panlungsod the passage of an ordinance reverting to the unappropriated balance the amount of 580,000 pesos out of the unobligated balance for semi-expandable machinery and equipment expenses, military, police, and security equipment from the current appropriation for MOOE of the Public Safety Office and appropriating the same to the capital outlay machinery and equipment expenses, military, police, and security equipment account of the same office for the procurement of 2 units of speed gun detector. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Any objection? Yes, Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before we approve this request, can we invite the head of the Public Safety Office? Because per the records, it appears that 580,000 pesos would be used to purchase 2 units of speed guns. I checked the price of speed guns. It's not more than 20,000. In fact, you can buy it 10 to 15,000. I recall during the time of the previous president, he admonished the PNP for appropriating 980,000 for 1 unit of speed gun. So I would like, just to ensure na the matter will not be similar, can we invite the opponent, I mean the head of the PSO, to explain to us how come it's more than 200,000 one unit when it can be purchased at, that's around 16,000 pesos.
Okay, we will defer the approval of this particular ordinance, and let me request the Secretariat to invite the head of the Public Safety Office, Mr. Rene Gomba.
That ends my report, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jethro Bermundo.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Francisco Mendoza, co-sponsored by the City Youth Councilor Althea Isabel Reyes, an ordinance strengthening the enforcement of mayor's permit compliance in Naga City.
Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The matter is pending with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances.
So it's still pending with the Committee on Laws and Ordinances. Next item, please.
Next is under new business. Item number 1 is a letter dated June 6 from Frederick Santa Maria of Villa Caceres Hotel Bingo Boutique Manager, informing of the change of the name of their business as reflected in Ordinance number 2026-067 from Robredo Incorporated to Big R Gaming Corporation, and requesting for the amendment of the said ordinance to reflect this change in business name.
Committee on Games. Next item, please.
Next is a letter from the CPDO submitting their evaluation on the technical evaluation of the application of Michael Francis Abragan in relation to his application for special use permit for Altitude XX5 Resto Bar at the rooftop of 1 Magsaysay Avenue, Concepcion, Pequeña de City.
Committee on Land Use. Next item, please.
An endorsement from the CPDO on the application of Ryan Cecilio Asañas in relation to his application for special use permit for their proposed Common Grounds nightclub at Zone 1, Triangulo de City.
Again, we will refer this to the Committee on Land Use.
Next is the letter from Police Lieutenant Colonel Salvador Jr. Ortañez, Officer in charge of the Naga City Police Office, submitting a report on their accomplishment on Safer Cities initiative of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, and requesting for certification as to the receipt of the said report.
Committee on Public Safety.
An endorsement from the Charmobile Task Force forwarding the application for transfer of Charmobile franchise of Dolores Arligue to her son Andrew Arligue due to her retirement.
Committee on Transport.
A letter from the City Mayor requesting for the passage of an ordinance authorizing the charging against the current appropriations of the CSWDO the amount of 82,838.04 to cover payment of prior year's terminal benefits.
Committee on Appropriations. Yes, Councilor Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, with the indulgence of the Chairman of the Committee on Rules, may I request that this matter be transferred to special business or order as item number 13?
15.
Item
Reaction
number
from the
15.
Chairman of the Committee on Rules, Councilor Attorney Rosales.
Can we check, Mr. Chairman, if the certification is already available? I have no objection, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so the certification is already available.
Yes, Mr. Chair, and this pertains to the terminal leave benefits of our former employee, Mr. Ed Cortez, who retired on the year 2024. So with this, Mr. Chair, may I move for a passage of an ordinance charging against the current appropriation of the City Social Welfare and Development Office the amount of 82,888 pesos and 4 centavos to cover payment of prior year's terminal leave benefits of the late Eduardo F. Cortez. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. We acknowledge the presence of the head of the Public Safety Office, Mr. Rene Gumba. The rules are suspended. Kindly approach the lectern. Yes, Councilor Balimoro.
Background, Mr. Chair, to apprise Mr. Gumba, the Committee on Appropriation already approved the passage of an ordinance reverting from MOE to the budget of the PSO for the purchase of the speed gun amounting to for the two units of speed gun, it cost 580 pesos. However, Mr. Chair,
580,000.
yes, 580,000 pesos, Mr. Chair. However, the Honorable Frank Mendoza plus a while ago that the cost of a 1 unit speed gun detector cost only 16,000 pesos.
So, any reaction from Mr. Gumba?
Hello. What?
The speed gun, Mr. Chair, is radar type enforcement grade speed gun that was procured.
Hello. The speed gun, Mr. Chair, is a radar type enforcement grade speed gun that was purchased from the United States. So this is a type of speed gun that is distinct from those that are used recreationally or for sports events. So that's the basic distinction, Mr. Chair. If I'm not mistaken, enforcement grade speed guns would range from 260,000 to 300,000 per unit.
Reaction from City Councilor Frank Mendoza.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My query is, why can't the ordinary speed gun be used instead of that so-called enforcement grade speed gun? The only purpose is to determine the speed, and both, whether it's whatever type of speed gun, can measure the speed. So I believe at a price of 240,000 per unit may not justify that purchase, considering that there are available alternative device with a price of less than a tenth of that price. If the Secretariat can flash the screen on any alternative device available online. By the way, Mr. Chair, under the new procurement law, the city can purchase online, Lazada, Shopee, wherever, up to a maximum of 200,000 pesos without need of any canvas. That is under one of the alternative modes of procurement under the new procurement law.
Okay, kindly flash on the screen the prices of these speed guns.
Bosnell, I think the one, yan pong Busnell, yan ang usually, araw kanaling ko sa Manila kasi one time nadakop na po kayo sa Commonwealth Avenue. Yan ang gamit kang MMDA na pinailing sa kuya. Can we look at the specs of that Busnell? Yes. At I narrate, Mr. Chair, deman garo kay pon itong high-end na device. Any device that can measure the speed. Ang durability kayan, pigiling ko man si reviews kayan, okay man ang durability. As to the speed, ang range niya is siguro up to 200 plus kph, siguro maanamakan madalangan arkong kabilis. Ginagamit talaga sa sports, pag measure kang dalagang kang bola, pero that is also used for traffic violation enforcement.
City Councilor Attorney Macaraig.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I understand the concern of Honorable Frank Mendoza. However, I consulted with Google. And the following words were used as search terms: enforcement grade speed gun. How much? And according to Google, it's around $2,500 and $7,000. It depends on whether there is an advanced LiDAR unit which will provide video, photo, night vision, and these other features will require a higher amount. So we are going towards a highly urbanized community, and we cannot afford that the public service will suffer just because there is a cheaper alternative. This representation entrusts the requirement of having a high-end speed gun to the expert office which requires it. So if the PSO determines that it needs a higher-end speed gun, then I so move and support that the disposition of the Committee on Appropriations be sustained. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Attorney Macaraig. What is the reaction of Mr. Gumba to the comments of the two councilors?
Hello. Mr. Chair, we will defer to the judgment of the honorable body, but we are just citing for consideration that we need radar type enforcement speed gun, not the recreational type. Indeed, there may be cheaper alternatives, but when we are being brought to court because of apprehensions for speed limits violations, we will have to be ready with the best gadget possible to protect our enforcers as well.
So, when you will buy this 240,000 peso speed gun, will it have the features mentioned by City Councilor Attorney Macaraig? I understand that he was citing the state-of-the-art speed gun.
Yes, Mr. Chair. One is enforcement grade and then radar type speed gun, as opposed to the recreational type speed gun that are widely used in sports activities. So pag marathon po baga, kung sisayso ng gana, so speed na pigihiling, usually may mga speed guns yan na ginagamit. We really don't want to be into that area, Mr. Chair.
Reaction from City Councilor Mendoza?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to disabuse our minds about the term high-end. Sa panahon ngunyan, dawa sa laptop, abi ka para haranap ta si mga Core i7 or Core i9. When in fact, even Core i3 can do the job. Natod na may misconception kay kita na ang high-end is better than low-priced products or devices. Sa panahon po ngunyan, Mr. Chair, even the lowest grade device can perform admirably. Ang purpose naman ng speed gun is to measure the speed. Dahil tamang kay po ito mga high-tech, ito mga LiDAR, etc. I admit na ang price ka mga araw na device is quite prohibitive. In fact, si research 950,000 talagang high-end. Yaon si LiDAR at si iba pa. Pero we don't need that. Ano naman ang information na ipoprovide nila? All we need is to tell PSO ano ang speed kang motorsiklo, kang auto nagdadalagan. Yun man lang yan. And the device with a cost of less than 20,000 can do the job. Why do we have to spend 240,000 pesos for a device that performs the same function. So I don't see any reason why we should get the higher price, LiDAR, industrial type, etc. Device. Kung ugaman lang barato. In fact, magabot sa computer, dahil takay po ng i7 or i9, all we need is i3, pwede na yan. So, it is not true that high-end is better.
Thank you, Councilor Mendoza. Can we get the reaction from the CYOs?
Any reactions or comments from our city councilors? There being none, Mr. Chair.
So reaction from the city youth officials. So we get another reaction from City Councilor Attorney Macaraig, and then later City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I agree with the statement that high-end, quote-unquote, does not mean better. But we are not talking about just these, which one is better, but we're talking about evidence, and we're talking about the capability of the speed gun to communicate, and to communicate its results, translating it into evidence later on. And according to Sir Gumba, we are actually, by buying the more expensive version, protecting our enforcers from retaliation later on, because this enforcement grade speed gun actually provides a more solid evidence and protection to our enforcers. Thank you.
Thank you, City Councilor Attorney Macaraig. City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I understand the predicament of the Honorable Mendoza. Mas makaka-menos ang lokal na gobyerno kang Naga kung itong suggestion niya ang babakalon. But this is an enforcement, Mr. Chair. Iapot ko lang po. Ito bang proposal ni Councilor Mendoza, ang paggamit ba kadto manual, itong babadalon mo mismo itong vehicle? And what about this unit introduced by the PSO? Ano siya, naka-install na or same man giraray, manual
Speed
man
guns.
ang paggamit?
Speed guns po.
Okay, we will let Mr. Gumba answer your question first.
Mr. Chair, we are procuring the speed guns. That means these are enforcer-carried units that are aimed at speeding vehicles to measure their speed. Nagpapasiguro lang po kami ini po kayang Ordinance 2019-099. Ang pigtatalaan pong speed sa satuyang syudad, average of 30 kilometers per hour. So I'm sure there will be a lot of contests once we start enforcing this. So we have to be ready as well, not only with our enforcers but with the gadgets as well, na defensible po, lalo na pag dinadara kami sa korte.
So in other words, the gadgets are portable.
Yes po. Yes.
They will not be installed in certain areas here in the city. Okay?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Siguro maintindihan taman si predicament kang enforcing office na gusto tang magpasiguro. Dahil most likely, Mr. Chair, kadakol kang ma-question ka yan and baka mag-arabutan pa sa pag-file ng kaso. So we might as well as grant the request of the office na magamit ka yan. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Councilor Baldemoro. Councilor Mendoza.
Mr. Chair, I am sure na kung may mareklamo man, dahil man yan mareklamo dahil ang ginamit sa itong 20 milo na speed gun. Samantalang itong ginamitan ng 240,000 na speed gun, dahil mareklamo. So, irrelevant kung pag-abot sa court ang issue ta. Whichever device can be used as evidence in court. regardless of the price and regardless of the brand. Kung iyong gamit ang piso, yun na yan.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gumba. Any other comment? Yes. Councilor Jude Jokno.
Yes, Mr. Chair. May I just ask the PSO head, are we sure may guarantee ba na ang ilalabas na resulta nitong itong mga gadgets na ito ay accurate?
Yes po. Again, it's the criteria that we used is enforcement grade and radar system po.
So it is 100% accurate?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
We acknowledge City Youth Councilor Nicole Chavez for his question.
Hello. So, thank you, Mr. Chair. By that, I would like to ask po, I think, would it be more feasible if we will be using a speed camera rather than a speed gun? Because as we all know, it would also lessen the manpower and also 24/7, it would optimally monitor the traffic or also the passage of it po.
Thank you, City Youth Councilor Chavez.
Yes, please answer.
Mr. Chair, the capabilities of our CCTV cameras are not yet into that league. We are in the process of procuring dashboard for its AI operations. Although some of them are AI capable, they are not yet into their full potential because we have to procure the dashboard, which is a lot more expensive at the moment and will be packaged with our Center for Safety and Resilience Command Center.
Okay, any other comment?
Any follow-up question from our City Youth Councilor?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think, would it be possible if we will be saving the budget for the speed gun and we will be allocating it for the speed camera po, so that we can enhance the usage of it po?
Yes, Mr. Gumba.
The question, Mr. Chair, is if we can, pardon?
Kindly
could you please
rephrase your question?
Sorry.
Phrasing the question po, would it be much better if we will just be saving the budget for the speed gun and we will just be adding additional budget or monetary for the usage of a speed camera po?
Again, Mr. Chair, I will defer to the judgment of the honorable body. But at the moment, the only thing that is stopping us from implementing the ordinance on speed limit and helping reduce the road crashes incidents in the city is actually the speed limit gauges that we will be needing. So one of that is the speed gun. We are not discounting the use of the CCTV as the facility for measuring speed. Nonetheless, the hardware that we have is not yet capable of doing that. And we agree, if we can be provided with a dashboard and the capability to use our CCTV, that would be more practical for us. Nonetheless, the CCTV cameras would only have specific areas of coverage as compared to the portable units that can be carried wherever the operation that is being conducted is held.
By the way, Mr. Gumba, had you ever used an instrument costing 240,000 pesos to check the speed of a vehicle?
Personally, Mr. Chair, no experience yet on the specific gadget.
So where did you get all the info regarding this 240,000 peso gadget?
Yes. We have friends from the enforcement agencies, from MMDA, from LTO, who are giving recommendations on enforcement grades, speed guns, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. And then another comment from City Councilor General Buenafe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As Chairman of the Committee on Peace and Order and Public Safety, I am compelled to rise regarding this matter. And we have been talking about gadgets, but I saw in the previous slide my item also about signages. Here in the city of Naga, isa sa mga primary problem is on traffic. That's why I wonder kung talagang priority sa tuyang speed gun. So I would just like to request the PSO, pwede i-prioritize din yung mga signages na importanteng maray. And even people also should know na mayroon tayong mga speed limits dito sa Naga. Kasi considering na 2019 pa yan, ordinansa babasihan ta, baka rilingaw na nga ng tao.
So we need to put up signages.
Signages, Mr.
But
Chair,
you
i-prioritize
are
ta.
actually the highest ranking police officer here, a general. Now,
Thank
can you tell us whether what Mr. Gumba has been discussing about this handgun or speed gun is correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair, it is a non-lethal handgun they are talking about. But, Mr. Chair, I give premium to prevention. Diba, it's better than cure. So, kung mape-preventa, pangyayari, mga insidente,
No, can you come up with a
much
categorical
better.
answer whether we will support the purchase of a 240,000 gadget or we will get a low cost but effective handgun or speed gun?
For the sake of the yung mga enforcers na Mr. Chair, I favor the reliable and itong talagang ma-stand sa korte pag ginamit na ebidensya, ginamit na gadget. But then, sabi ko nga, may funds man for signages, inutunta siguro si mga signages while we are deciding kung arin talaga dyan ang nararapat para gamito kang PSO kang Siyudad ng Naga for checking the compliance to speed limits, Mr. Chair.
I agree with you with the need of, as you said earlier, that we badly need the signages. But the point is, we are trying to resolve here this ordinance on the speed gun.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Kay puwan tayo talang reliable and that comes with a price always. And it should be also used by responsible and knowledgeable enforcers. Dahil si pinipili nga ni, as recommended by PSO, is a more expensive gadget. So, I have nothing against buying a more expensive device kung iyan ang makakapagtao ng mas matibay na protection para sa tuyang mga enforcers. So I don't, I'm not against buying a higher specification device which is more expensive, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, City Councilor General Omar Buenafe. Are there any other comment? Or yes, Councilor Jude Jokno.
Question, Mr. Chair. First, why 2 gadgets? Why 2? Secondly, Mr. Chair, ang problema tapos sa Naga, hindi naman speeding eh. Mga low speeding vehicles ang problema tayo, mababagal. So, why?
Okay, so can you answer the 2 questions of Councilor Jude Jokno? First, why will we purchase 2 speed guns?
Hello, 1, 2. Mr. Chair, the enforcement operation is not confined to one area and in one instance only. More often than not, we have simultaneous enforcement operations ongoing. And to my mind, this is not only for the PSO, but to the PNP and other enforcers as well. Similar to what we did with our breath analyzer, wheel clamp tools, and POS gadgets that we are now sharing with other enforcement agencies in the locality. So
And
that more or less
you
we will
determined that we needed
at least two, Mr. Chair.
units.
Any more than that, it would be a lot more expensive. So we started with 2 units, Mr. Chair.
How about the second question of Councilor Jude Jokno?
The second question is on the necessity for speed limit. The reality, Mr. Chair, is that speed limit is a preventive measure to reduce incidents of road crash in the locality. In many Peace and Order Council meeting, it has been reported that road crash incident in the city is continuing to rise in spite of the observed traffic congestion in selected areas. Unfortunately, we have roads that are prone to road crash because of speeding. That may include streets like Concepcion Pequeña, Concepcion Grande, the National Road, and then you even have this road going uptown, that road from San Felipe to Pacol. In other words, what I'm saying, Mr. Chair, is that there is need to institute our precautionary measures. And when we looked into opportunities, we saw the Sangguniang ordinance on speed limit that has been unimplemented largely because we do not have the capability to measure speed. So at this point, if we will be granted with that equipment, that will come with the community information package and the signages required before full-blown implementation, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Gumba. City Councilor David Casper Nathan Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I share the same position with Councilor Frank Mendoza. That aligns with the policy of the City Mayor na magtiripid kita igdi sa kung kaya kung igwang options man sana na makatipid kita, dumang kita, Mr. Chair. Basta ang babakalon taday man naghahambog, kung ang speed na kung ano man ang sinasabi, laban na kita dyan.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Serio. Yes, Councilor Albios.
Ask Mr. Gumba, as of now, how many speed guns do we have?
We don't have yet.
Considering na go kitang budget ng araw kayan, pwede ko kita nag-option na at least we can buy more than 2 kung sa lower price siya. Kasi bako man lang kita ma-devote sa, for instance, sa Magsaysay Avenue, kung gusto tang simultaneous, sa Peña Francia, Panganiban, so mas maray ko na mas dakol na units, mas dakol ang papakinabangan at the same cost.
Yes, can you answer the question of Councilor Albios?
Again, Mr. Chair, the only criteria that we used is that enforcement grade and radar-supported speed gun. That's the only consideration that we used, Mr. Chair. If
So
the
are
body
you
would be
saying that we can afford only 2 units using that price as
Criteria.
the base?
for this year's budget, Mr. Chair?
Again, Councilor Nathan Serio.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Baka ka nakakapamahal digdi itong terminong enforcement grade. Pag hinali mo yan, baka barato na yan. Mr. Chair,
Enforcement grade.
nagtitiripid kita igdi, malangani ta, mas may bisita ka pa sa opisina sa Sangguniang, pag alas 4, papalso ko na ang aircon. Tapos, digdi garo kustoso kita. Dapat consistent kita.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Councilor Nathan Serio. Councilor Mendoza.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Considering na may paman kitang experience, whether duman sa enforcement grade o kaya normal grade na speed gun, ano daw kung magbakal kitang itong enforcement grade, ng saro, and then bakal kita mga 5 itong sarong klase. And then we test sa field kung rin talaga, kung maloya talaga itong saro, dahil tabakalon sa utrutang pagbakal. Sa linggo, madadagdagan pa si number of units na available sa to. Pwede nga rin 10 duman sa barato.
I think that's a good compromise. We will buy 1 enforcement grade apparatus and then 5 other
Actually,
relatively cheap instruments.
Mr. Chair, pwede nga ni Mr. Chair na 10 units at 20,000 pesos each. Actually, sinaka-post 16,000 lang.
How many units?
10 units duman sa alternative option.
Okay,
And
we
one-
will be buying 10 units from the alternative options and then 1 unit for the so-called enforcement grade unit. Will that be okay with you?
We will abide by the recommendation or decision of the Sangguniang, Mr. Chair.
How about the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations, City Councilor Elmer Baldemoro?
Mr. Chair, the matter presented to us is the reversion of the amount from MOOE to capital outlay. So we just approve its reversion. Anyway, Mr. Chair, there will be a procurement process that will be undertaken. So ipopost yan sa mga interested bidder kung itong supplier ng speed gun worth 16,000 pesos could submit a quotation. It's up to the executive kung ano itong pipilion na babakalon. So we might as well as approve the reversion ordinance from MOOE to capital outlay for the procurement of speed gun detector without mentioning the number of units.
Okay, I think that will be fine.
Agree.
Okay, so
With that,
that's the
Mr.
new.
Chair, may I move for the approval of the ordinance reverting to an appropriated balance the amount of 580,000 pesos out of the unobligated balance for semi-expendable machinery and equipment expenses, military, police, and security equipment from the current appropriation for MOOE of the Public Safety Office and appropriating the same to the capital outlay, machinery and equipment expenses, military, police, and security equipment account of the same office for the procurement of speed gun detector. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved. Thank you, Mr. Rene Gomba of the Public Safety Office. The rules are back and forth. Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Alaris Macaraig, an ordinance amending Section 141 of Ordinance Number 2004-123, otherwise known as the Naga City People's Mall Ordinance, and revising the various revenue ordinance of the City of Naga and for other purposes. And another proposed ordinance, an ordinance amending Section 5 of Ordinance Number 2018-018, otherwise known as the Towing and Expanded Wheel Clamp Ordinance of Naga City by revising and modifying the system of collection of parking fees and expanding the area coverage to include the space at the reverse side of the Naga City People's Mall.
Can we refer that to the Committee on Ways and Means?
And Market Affairs, Mr. Chair.
The two ordinance. So we will refer these two ordinances to the
Market Affairs, Mr. Chair.
Committee on Ways and Means
And Market Affairs, Mr.
and Market Affairs. Next item, please.
Next is a communication from the Office of the Building Official, inquiring on the submission of a comprehensive environment management plan for building permit application under City Ordinance 2026-016.
Yes, Councilor Albios.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. As the author of City Ordinance Number 2026-016, may I move that this matter be referred to this representation and to the acting SP Secretary for us to clarify the queries of the city building officials.
Okay, thank you. That will be referred to you and to the Secretary to the Sangguniang.
Next is the
Next item, please.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the City Youth Councilor Lawrence Jetro Bermundo, Precious Chloe De Quiros, and Luciana Catrice Tibatib, co-sponsored by the various members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod. An ordinance renaming the Naga City People's Mall to Naga City Public Market and providing the terms and condition of its transitions and legal instruments.
We will refer this to the Committee on
Market Affairs.
Culture and the Arts
Market Affairs.
or Committee on Market Affairs.
Next is the communication from the Cáceres Sports Arena asking for a permit to hold derbies for
Committee
the
on
various
Games and Amusement.
dates. Our communication from the Department of Education requesting for
From the Department of Education.
ano? Requesting
Cash
from appropriation
incentives.
Yes,
So
cash
we will
incentive.
refer this to the Committee on Appropriations.
Yes. The proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Baldemoro, CYO Jetro Lawrence Bermundo, and Ira Denise Calleja, an ordinance increasing the tariff assistance for indigent children with disabilities in the City of Naga to 10,000 pesos per annum for beneficiary, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes.
We will refer this to the Committee on Appropriations and Social Development.
Next is the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo Felix, an ordinance establishing the Naga City three-term Barangay Service Recognition Program, providing a plaque of recognition and subject to applicable laws and audit rules, a one-time monetary award to qualified former punong barangays and elected regular members of the Sangguniang Barangay and providing funds for its implementation.
Committee on Barangay Affairs.
Next is the
Okay.
proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Jefferson Romeo, co-authored by Honorable Francisco Mendoza and Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, co-sponsored by Honorable Maria Corazon Peñaflor, an ordinance institutionalizing the Naga City Barangay Support Fund beginning fiscal year 2020-17 and thereafter, and establishing a governance framework
Committee on
for
Appropriations.
its allocations. Next is another proposal from Honorable Felix, institutionalizing Harampangan sa Naga.
Harampangan sa Naga.
Barangay Affairs.
Barangay Affairs.
We can refer this to the Committee on Barangay Affairs.
Next is
Harampangan sa Naga. Okay. So
another a resolution of the proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable City Youth Councilor Ira Denise Calleja, an ordinance localizing the implementation of Republic Act 10611, otherwise known as the Food Safety Act of 2013.
Committee on Health and Nutrition.
Another proposal from the Honorable Ira Denise Calleja, an ordinance institutionalizing the mandatory food handlers class in the City of Naga as a requirement for the issuance and renewal of health certificates.
Committee on Health and Nutrition.
An proposed ordinance authored by the Honorable Wilfredo Jude Jocno, an ordinance providing measure for the safety and protection of delivery riders and taxi drivers in APP-based platform in Naga City.
Committee on Transport.
Other matters, the status report of infra projects for the month of June.
We take note of this item. Next item, please.
Transmittal from the DILG on the advisory reiterating of compliance of the DILG Memorandum Circular number 2020-129, otherwise known as the First Time Job Seeker Assistance Act and its implementing rules and regulations.
Again, we take note of this letter coming from the DILG.
Next is the nominal voting. We have two.
Councilor Attorney Rosales,
Mr. Chairman, may I move to transfer to nominal voting two ordinances pending third and final reading and approve the same.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Motion to adjourn, Mr. Chairman.